Hey, my friends, AD here. This week's topic is don't quit. That's right, don't quit because you may be closer to the end that you're looking for than you actually realize. That's right, many times we get frustrated because of challenges that we're facing. So, this week's topic is going to address some of those challenges and to help you get beyond them. Let's get started. Welcome to Better Is Now, the podcast. I believe we live in a world filled with limitless possibilities. And in this world, we are all looking to feel, do, and to be better. From that limitlessness, gentle nudges arise to remind us of our own possibilities. Today's nudge is about to begin right now. All right, family, let's jump right in with this week's topic. Don't quit, because you just may be closer than you actually realize. And that is so true for many of us. The only way that you're going to experience the life that you have seen for yourself is that you follow through with everything that you have seen, everything that you have decided that you're going to do. Whatever it is, just don't quit. So I'm going to just jump right in. Life can and will be challenging. I mean, that's just the nature of this beast. You're going to face all kinds of things. We want to have, we want to do something. We want to experience the new house, the new car, and sometimes the new relationship or the new business. It seems so far away. It seems like an eternity. And it seems like every direction that you're turning in, the choices that you're making, it seems as though you're running into obstacles and roadblocks. And things get tough because it may seem like it's just moving too slow. It's taking forever. Like you may have been doing the thing or working at your project or your business or your dream for months, sometimes even years. And you just haven't reached that place that you've seen. And sometimes it will get hard and it will seem like so many obstacles are in your way. You may even feel like you may be by yourself, that you have no help in this process. I know somebody knows exactly what I'm talking about. You may have a significant other that is not a part of your dream whatsoever. You may have family members who don't believe in what you want to do, but they want you to do what they want you to do. We have parents. Sometimes our parents will have a vision for our lives that we don't see for ourselves. We see something else. And having that be a reality and feel like you're all alone and you're facing all of this stuff, it seems like the thing that you're looking for is super, super far away. And to some degree, many of us stop. Many of us just quit. I remember I heard a message once where a guy asked the question. In fact, I remember exactly who it was. It was Miles Monroe. He was doing a talk many, many years ago. And he was talking about the wealthiest place on earth. And he asked the question, where is the wealthiest place on earth? And, people were throwing out, answers, the bank, the Federal Reserve, diamond mines, and stuff like that. But someone, whether they knew it or they had heard the talk before, the idea, someone said the cemetery. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? And so Dr. Miles said, absolutely. The wealthiest place on this planet, the wealthiest place is the cemetery. It's the graveyard. Why? Because that is the place where people who have had books in them, investments in them, dreams that were absolutely amazing songs that they wanted to write, movies that they wanted to produce. They had artwork that they said one day that they were going to paint. There were photographers, there were business people who had all of these dreams and aspirations and had all of the potential and the possibility in the world to manifest those things. But unfortunately, they ran out of time. They died. They died with their dreams still in them. And they took those dreams and they took those goals and all of those aspirations to the grave because many of them quit along the way. They quit because it was hard. They quit because they felt that they were by themselves and they didn't have the help that they needed. They quit. So, again, the wealthiest place on this planet is the cemetery. What are you going to do with what is inside of you? Are you going to birth it? Are you going to manifest it? Or are you going to quit? That's a real question. Because there's something, I'm talking to somebody right now. There is something in you that you want to manifest in your life. You have seen it. You've tasted it. You've been so close, but you got frustrated with the process. You invested money. You lost it. Whatever it was that you did, but you felt that it was time for you to pack it in. You felt that you needed to quit and just stop. Well, today, I'm going to give you some things that will help you to get past that moment so that you can continue on and not leave your wealth in the cemetery, but to leave your wealth for your friends, your family, to create a legacy for yourself and for all of the people that you will bless by the gift that you will share. So here we go. The first thing you got to understand when it comes to manifesting things in this reality is that, why hasn't it happened yet? So there are a couple of things. There are a couple of reasons why you may not have experienced the thing that you say you want to experience. One is that we live in a relative universe. And in order to understand that, let me put it in this perspective. You and I would not know hot without cold. We wouldn't know happiness without a bit of sadness. We wouldn't know great times without a splash of hard times in there. And so one of the wonderful things that is woven into the fabric of this universe and how it operates is that when you speak a thing and you ask for a thing to manifest in your life, you'll get a wink initially. You'll say, okay, you'll get a wink from the universe that says, yes, this is the right thing. This is for you. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, everything falls to crap. It does. And the thing that you saw and believed in so much began to crumble and to disappear. It looked as such. But because we live in a relative universe, we have to experience oftentimes the opposite of the thing that we ask for, so that the moment that we actually experience it, the experience of the thing is actually much sweeter. If it was so easy to get everything, because when we work hard for something, there's a certain level of respect and regard that we have and enjoyment that we get out of it because of the process that we went along with. And so that is one thing to understand. Because you live in a relative universe, there are things and obstacles that you're going to face along the way to you living your dream. That's why so many people that are multimillionaires and billionaires, the wealthy, they have a story. Many of them have a story of coming from obscurity, coming from nothing, or having lost everything and come back and experienced everything plus what they asked for. So understanding that you live in a relative universe. The second thing is that there's a principle, and we spoke about this a few weeks ago, when it came to manifestation, there's the principle of seed time and harvest time. There is always, that law is going to always be in place. So the moment you speak the thing, you say that you want to experience something, the new, the fresh, the business, whatever it is, that is a seed that you're planting, and you nurture that seed. It's not going to happen instantaneously most often. So there is going to be a period in which you plant the seed and a point in which you actually reap the harvest of the seed that you planted. So there's a time frame from here to there. There's a time frame. So it's not going to be a microwave experience. It is going to be a growth and a nurturing experience along the way to achieving the thing that you want to experience. So the third thing, and this is a big one. It's a big one because many of us, the reason why we haven't experienced the thing that we say we want is because of blockage. And not blockage externally, but blockage from within. The biggest one that I have encountered over the years when working with different clients as a success coach in my field is that subconsciously they wrestle with not being worthy. They wrestle with believing that they have not earned the thing that they're most desiring. And that creates what I call an interference pattern, because when you ask for something, you send a signal out into the universe, because every ask is a vibration and it has a frequency. You always hear me talk about being a vibrational match for a thing. So when you ask for something, that something, let's say that car that you're asking for has a vibrational frequency. Doubt also has a vibrational frequency too. So if in that moment you plant that seed with a hint of doubt, that creates an interference pattern. And that interference pattern delays the process of you actually experiencing the thing. So blockage sometimes arrive in our lives because of how we think, the words that we speak, even the people that we're around that have influence over our thoughts because they have negative energy. You know exactly what I'm talking about. So it's very, very important that you understand, though, you've heard me talk about the protocols of alignment being, your words, your thoughts, your feelings, your actions, all of those things having to be in alignment with the thing that you want. Well, oftentimes there's some misalignment that creates a block to the thing that you want to have. So, and it just prolongs the process. So if you're there, if you're desiring something and it hasn't come yet, one of these three areas is in play, or all three at the same time. But you have to understand that these are things that are real. So if you can understand why it is that you're not experiencing the thing, you can fix it, and you can also push through it, because that gives you the power to trust the process. And so let's move into the solution part of it. Not quitting. The first thing I'm going to tell you right now, and isn't even in my notes. I want to remind you to not believe the reports of your eyes and your ears. If you believe the reports of your eyes and ears, you probably will quit. If you look in your bank account, your bank account doesn't say that you should be owning a brand new 40-foot motor yacht. It may speak to, no, you can't get that new 5-bedroom home, or you can't have that relationship. If you believe the vision that you have seen for yourself, not the vision that you've seen, if you believe the reports of your eyes and ears. So that's the first thing I'm going to tell you. Don't believe those reports. The next thing is, I want you to trust the process. I want you to trust the process and speak life to yourself. You always hear me say, speak life to yourself, encourage yourself, because when you speak life and you speak the affirmative, what does that make you become? It makes you a vibrational match for the thing that you want to have, you want to become, that you want to experience. And as a vibrational match, it makes it easier for you to attract that into your space. The next thing is, I want you to believe, and not just to believe, but to know. This is so key. You are not alone in this process. You're not. You believe that you're alone because of your perspective and how you see things sometimes. But just trust that there are powers that are working with you, for you, and through you to help you manifest the thing that you want. You just have to be mindful of the resistance that you put up with negative talk and negative conversations and negative people around you and people who doubt your ability to do it, or you even doubting yourself. So speak life to your situation. Speak life to the dream that you have, because the more life you speak to it is like watering that seed. Remember, I said when you speak a thing, you're planting a seed for the universe to manifest it in your life. When you speak even more and you speak in the affirmative, what you're doing is you're nurturing that seed, you're watering that seed, and you're creating an environment that is conducive for the manifestation of the thing to happen. And believing that you're not alone, knowing that you're not alone. There are powers that are always working with you. Your ancestors are standing right there with you, rooting you on, cheering for you. They're energies and powers that want to see you win, and you will win because you're not alone. Trust that process. Trust and know that you're not alone in this whole journey. And the last thing I want to say is to sell out to the vision. Give yourself no room, no quarter to quit. Sell out to the picture that you have seen for yourself. Sell out. Take no exceptions. Believe in your ability to have the thing, and you shall have it. Whatever you speak, speak it in the affirmative. Whatever you desire, believe in your heart that you've already received it, and it shall be yours. Speak that thing. And you have to place yourself in a space where you are absolutely sold out to your passionate purpose. Throughout history, there have been, ancient history, there have been military figures who have burned the ships. I know that, you have Cortez and his campaign against Mexico. You have Alexander Great and his campaign against the Persians. When they arrived on the shores, he ordered that the fleet be burned, his entire fleet of ships be burned. Why? To motivate them to understand that there is no turning back. When you're sold out and you burn the ships of your life, there's no plan B's and no plan C's. There is only the one goal. And if you sell out to the one goal and you place all of your energy and all of your power and you burn the ships of your escape, burn the ships of your quitting, you have no choice but to press on and move forward. And one thing that I know, there's something magical that happens when you have sold out and the universe steps back and says, oh, look at him. Oh, look at her. She's really sold out to this vision. Look at her taking action. Look at her doing the things that she said she was going to do. All right, go ahead and load up the help wagon. Let's go ahead and see how we can help her get the thing that she wants to experience in her life. This is it. Once you sell out to everything that you've seen for yourself, you can't help but to manifest it in due time and due season. You just have to trust the process. And that's what I'm here to do today. You cannot quit, because we've had enough dreams, goals, aspirations, books, movies, poems, paintings, businesses, inventions. We've had enough of them go to the cemetery because someone decided to quit. That's not going to be you. That's not going to be you today. What you're going to do is you're going to get right back in that saddle. I know it was tough. It's been tough, but you're going to get focused again. You're going to end this year out strong. We're in the last quarter of this year, and you're going to push through and you're going to make it happen. And you're going to trust this process, and you're going to understand that you're not alone in any of this. And when you put all of these things together, they equate to success, they equate to winning, they equate to you never being alone, because the closer you get to the thing, powers, these energies, these folks, these people, our ancestors, they will come to help and aid you in this entire process. I know it, I trust it, and I believe it. So if you've been thinking about quitting, don't do it. You're a lot closer than you may realize. Listen, this is my passion. This is my purpose. This is what I do. If this message spoke to you in any kind of way, please share this, because you have somebody in your space, a friend, a family member, co-worker that was thinking about giving up on their dream. Give this to them. Forward this message to them. Share this message, because I'm committed. Me and my team, we're committed to bringing each week some powerful messages that are short and sweet and simple. That's what the whole Better Is Now podcast is about, is empowering you where you are right now in this very moment. But again, so like, comment, share, please subscribe, and help us grow this message, help us grow this podcast so that we can reach millions and millions of people to empower them right where they are. And again, this is my passion. This is my purpose. This has been AD. I look forward to seeing you next time. This is AD Roberts, and you have been listening to Better Is Now, the podcast. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for more inspiring content. Also, if you haven't yet, please subscribe to this podcast on your favorite platform like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or YouTube.